The broadcaster don't even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't lay me down. They don't even have time. I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son, who is vice president to him from Nimba, the Nimba people will not understand the and the position owner for those commissioner who decided on budget for here and said the way forward is a Panama discussion for peace. Then when brother come now, yes, the sheep are coming there.
When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters.
And you know
when they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came here, they changed their mind. When they came here,
you know, they control the
what kind of people they
so they went, what kind of way, what kind of thing is it?
What kind of people
they did a resolution.
freedom fighter, you building our women.
When they said it,
Freedom fighter, you building our children.
then something happened.
Freedom fighter, you destroy our country.
They're almost trying to then they started asking the money. They didn't tell me.
One more freedom fighter. One more freedom fighter. When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they killed their crown, they changed their mind. When they killed their crown. One more freedom fighter. One more freedom fighter. When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they killed their crown, they changed their mind. When they killed their crown, they changed their mind. What kind of people they so?
Oh, yes, indeed. What a great day. What a wonderful opportunity it feels to be back behind these microphones to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Just wherever you are this morning, what a pleasant way we'd like to welcome all of you to yet another exciting edition of the nation's premier breakfast platform, the most listened to platform in Liberia at about this time. This is the Freedom Morning Rise, rising high above.
When they were coming, they said they were
and of course, this is the People's Station, Freedom 87.9. On a Tuesday morning, day after the third sonar address, in keeping with Article 58 of the Liberian Constitution, the President of the Republic of Liberia on yesterday presented his legislative agenda and of course provided update on the status of the nation's economy, welfare, and all of that. Oh yes. And obviously, in the aftermath of these, I will be looking at the entirety of the event. And there's been different views shared. We check on the Liberian social media. Everybody is speaking their own talking points, demanding further clarity on some issues, on some areas highlighted. But before the SONA, there were expectations. So it is also important to weight the SONA against the expectations, particularly with civil servants. What were they expected to hear? What about victims of rape and domestic violence? Were the expectations met? Healthcare workers, were their expectations met? The teachers. Oh yeah, that's how you want to look at it. And after the expectation, we've cleverly, intelligently assessed whether the expectations of the people were enshrined within the president or the sensitivity of those were recognized by the president. Then we come to the speech is what were said, the facts, the accuracy, the consistency. And I know the fast checkups. I've also been my own man, the signal that they were set and prepared, but since last evening I've not seen any fast check outcome. Probably they're still digging deep, so we wait and give them today. But look, good morning Liberia, good morning just wherever you are this morning. This is the nation's biggest breakfast platform, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. If you're just coming to Liberia, welcome. This is the sweet land of liberty by God's command. And yes, we are. We're very grateful to the Almighty for sparing our lives to see another day. There are too many things to talk about, lots of things rumbled over this morning. And I know you're all ears to hear our perspectives. And we're going to go line by line, page by page, passage by passage, paragraphs by paragraph, sentence by sentence, to break down the president's SONA address, State of the Nation's address presented on yesterday. What were some of the observations? Who were those in attendance? Notable absentees? How has the political opposition equally reacted to the president's SONA? Last evening, we saw the Alternative National Congress. The Alternative National Congress has scheduled its response, I think, for today. But there is a bit of conflict with the CDC. Earlier on, we saw a post from some stalwarts of the CDC members saying that the former Speaker Funati Kofa was going to be the one to deliver the CDC's response on today in his office. And later on during the course of the day, another statement came out that the chairman, the global chairman of the CDC, will be the one to deliver the CDC's response to the president's test sooner, and the venue for that is going to be at the MOVE headquarters, the Movement for Economic Empowerment headquarters, somewhere there in Painesville. So I don't know, probably the latter one nullify the previous, but this is where we are. I think there are signals. The Citizen Movement for Change and its political leader Musa Hassan Bilete wasted no time and provided their own response to the president sooner on last evening. So far so good. That's the ones we've gotten. We're making tremendous efforts. Tomorrow we could have the political leader of the Movement for Economic Empowerment, Honorable Senior Freeman, to sit in our chairs right here on the platform to speak to the issues and present his own response to the president sooner and other critical national issues as well. Folks, this is the shape and size of the conversation right here on the big station. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, as always, we're here to serve you breakfast from 7:30 to 10 o'clock this morning. Keep your radio set and pump up the volume. There are too many interesting things you want to know. Yesterday, probably you were busy up to something, but you want to know whether the president touched your sector. What did the president say about that? We have it all right here for you. And again, Hagar can't be here, but of course, he might join us tomorrow. When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. But when it became their time, they're raping our children. They're lying to us. They're failing our country. That is exactly what the rescue has turned out to be. Let's take a buzz of the theme song, and of course, when we come back, we rumble through the issues right here on Freedom 87.9.
Liberator, but when they keep their time, they change their mind. When they keep their time, they change their mind. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you destroying our country. They are freedom fighters. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came their time, they changed their mind. When they came their time, they changed their mind. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighters. You freedom fighter, you destroying our country. They are freedom fighters. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Music. Aha. In my own country, they trying to
for what? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you said I do. Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Joe Rastafari, King Selassie, big up, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man, oh Mr. Liar Man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do, oh Mr. Liar Man. Liar man, you know, I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar man, I know I didn't do those things. Oh, Mr. Liar man, Rastafari, know I didn't do. Oh, Mr. Liar man, you know, a liar man, a liar man. A liar man, oh Mr. Liar man. You know I didn't do the thing you say I do. Oh Mr. Liar man, Rastafari, King Selassie, big up. I didn't do it, Liar man. Let I trust you, Liar man. I didn't do it. I am let I judge you. So what you keep lying?
Oh yes, indeed. And this is the moment the song is making real meaning. When you lie, you lie. And former President George Weah, when he made this song, and then Mr. Liar Man, let God judge you. You know you said the things I didn't do.
You know I didn't do
the things you said I do.
Mr. Liar Man. Jano. Rastafari.
And God know I didn't do the things he said I do. And then God judge you. So these moments are the judgment. It's the moment of judgment. Is it the judgment day? You see the whole country, even the wheelbarrow boys themselves are saying no. So that's so lala. Oh yes, Mr. Liar Man.
You a liar man, wicked man, bad man, foolish man, Mr. Liar Man. Get away because me never love you. I say, oh no, Jaja, I go judge you. How you a liar man, wicked man?
Always leave your own to God. Whenever people organize themselves against you and you've spoken, you've said all you can, you've done your best to clarify, yet still they are denying, they are insisting and lying on you. God is the big here. Just leave your own to God. And this is what the former president did.
Don't ever follow back on Mr. Liar Man. Because the name say it already, you know. You see me? Mr. Liar Man, wicked man, bad man, and foolish man. You see me? Fire upon Mr. Wicked Man there. Mr. Liar Man there. Fire!
Mr. Liar Man them, wicked man them, bad man. Where are they? Lying to the Liberian people. Liar man, I didn't do it. Liar man, let Jaja bless you. Liar man. Okay, so let's take another one right here before we jump into the conversation. It's important to set the stage right here on the big station. This one is from Takun J. They lied to us. Let's go. Takun J.
My people, where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping.
Okay.
Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands,
Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands.
Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go.
Let's go share the show. We're gonna be talking deep, hard on the real issues, assessing the data, the numbers, the accuracy of the president's speech on the real issues. We're not going there yet. We're only setting the stage, putting you in the mood. Pump up your volume, share the show, drop your comments on each and any of the parts of the president conversation that interested you. I just put them right here. We're gonna read them out. The views of Liberians will be
the thing we saw it frustrate us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to be? See, we just tell you.
Now what we voted you.
But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government
should lie. Why? That the president should lie. Oh yeah.
The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us,
the people lie to us. The president betray us. He can lie, he can steal.
No one to trust.
No one to hope on.
Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. Telling you, brother. So where are the schools?
Where are the roads?
Where are the jobs that they say they could afford?
Where are the jobs they say they could afford?
The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No war, but people crying for hunger.
No war, but people crying for hunger.
Your vision and your mission, your intention,
is a poor.
You got nothing
to show.
Nothing.
2 years, nothing to show.
Why? The government
should lie. Why? That the government should lie. Oh yeah, Nimba County, Bon County, Grand Bassa County, and the good people of Grand Cape Mount. I know the Cape Mountainers are angry. One major point. They say, oh, you mining our goals and diamonds from right here. And you say you go build stadium in Monserrado and Bon. So we know that better to you. Okay. They lie. The president can lie, he can steal, he can corrupt. We tell with their rhetoric
that left us to allow the damages. The tired with that speech they preach indeed and now
you need
they deceive us.
The speech they preach and now you need.
So it frustrates us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow this?
There isn't to read.
See, we just tell you.
And that's why we voted you.
But you fool us.
You screw us.
You use us and
you abuse us.
So,
why?
The government should lie.
Why?
But that's the question that we ask.
They lie. Okay, this is Freedom 87.9, beaming live from the heart of Carriage Creek in Monrovia. And of course, you're listening to the big show, Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. The day after the president tells Sona, data with inaccuracies, misinformations, and of course, disinformation right here. We're going to go into it. And so that's exactly what it is. We just needed to warm up and set the stage with that one. Beautiful songs, the first by former President George Weah, and, Mr. Liarman, and all of that, talking to, when you've been lied on the theme, and of course, you've done your best to clarify, and yet still the propaganda is so overwhelming. You say, you know what, I leave my own with God. Go in the studio and make a song, Mr. Liar Man. You know the things you say I do, I didn't do the things you say I do, Mr. Liar Man. Let God judge us. I'm living it with God, Mr. Liar Man. I go on radio shows, I'm talking, my government communicating, I'm going to the community. Yes, still, you're lying on me. The president went in the studio and said, Mr. Liar Man, I leave my home with God. Takunte, right? What is one? They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they corrupt. No one to trust and no one to hope on. But yeah, that is that. So let's bring you some comments right here on the show, recognizing some of you that have joined us already. Don't rush. Too many goodies coming up. Just keep tuned. Okay, this one is from Emmanuel, right? Emmanuel Bro says, good morning, Abu Sharif and Hagar Gonda and my fellow viewers. I'm watching today's edition of the show from Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. Thanks a lot. John K. Toweli, good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm following from SKD Boulevard Junction, District number 6. Thanks a lot. Henry Tito Jr., good morning. I'm watching from my resident in Caldwell. Thanks for the update. Venetia Junior Bar, I'm following you from District number 16. Thanks so kindly. Papi S. Keita, good morning, Freedom FM from Dupont Road. Papi is joining. This is Gadier OP. Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching from my comfort zone in Gatineauville, JJY. Oh, I had my own play there. Okay. And this is Amara Jala Kamara. Good morning, Freedom Radio Liberia family and my beloved people of Salaye District. I am following live from Brussels as always. This man is the king of Salaye. The man is represented way there in Brussels. Okay. So this is Aaron Singh, Ironic. Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm following you from Soul Clinic Jones Video Club. Thanks you guys this morning. Thanks a lot, James. Ironic. This is James Lamy again. Good morning, brother Abu. Salia Lasana Kane. Good morning, brother Abu. I'm following you from Brewerville City, Montserrado County. And this is Victor D. Panto. I'm following from Greenville City, Sino County. Thank you very kindly from Sino there and all of our people in Sino County. This is Brooks Dennis. Good morning, guys. I'm following from Grand Crew, Barclayville. Thanks a lot. The Southeast is locked down and represented, and I'm quite sure we're gonna have a good day this morning. Emmanuel T. Cooper, good morning, Abu and Higa. Keep up the good work. Thanks for your acknowledgement, George Dankwa. George says, good morning. Where was Freedom FM? Okay, George is trying to be rude, so let's hold that one there. Okay, and so this misinformation about I said 26 million. You know, people go to school. You go to school, the same to school. You don't get here, right? On the very show, and I have the recording. I'll play the recording when Samuel Tour appeared on ELBC, and you are speaking, which is obvious and happy on show. Sometimes we, the host, will go back so that you catch yourself and correct it. Instead of 26,000, he said 26 million. And on the very show, he corrected himself. But the guys are moving around and said 20. So if you tell them, we didn't reach 6,000. We didn't reach 6. Okay, and you see how much I made a mistake right now, right? It's obvious in speech. But then you come back and correct yourself. The population in Liberia is not even 6 million. And then you say somebody said they created 26 million. Clearly, any reasonable mind know that it was a slip of tongue and the person meant 26,000. And on the very show, right, the man corrected and said, no, I meant to say 26,000. and then you stay passing around. So because your president lie about 70,000 jobs, so you're John Kulu, you say, oh, but we are say 26 million job where we are told you that one. It's 26,000, right? So okay, this George guy have lost the right to be here. These are rescue multi-bank. So I'm gonna delete this idiot. I'm gonna delete this idiot and take him from. There's a decent platform. We welcome civilized conversation. You come, you make your input. And this is Joseph. This is Joseph. This is Joseph D50. You can win by lies, but you can't govern by lies. GMB lies again. Lie again in his Sona by saying that his government has employed 70,000. Wow. And this is Linda Morris. Linda Morris says, good morning, Freedom FM family. And she stops right there. And this is Abraham B. Kumar. Abraham says, yesterday was really a national Lala day instead of Sona. Okay, so this is Dorothy Desayu. Do you have to be here to write nonsense? We are going to inform the Liberian people every day. Okay, I think Dorothy was responding to George. I've already blocked him, and and these are kids that they give, $20 scratch card, $10 scratch card, and all of that. I mean, that's the saddest part about our country. The very people who welfare that you're advocating for, are the one who come and be rude. But again, they do not know what they are doing. Political styling. Good morning, folks. I'm following from the municipal borough of Cool Town. Prince S. Paipan. Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm watching from D17 Banjo Nuka community. Of course, criminal president. Okay, no, you can also use that one. Okay, so we can talk about it in other ways. Emmanuel Bro, right? And so this is Marvin S. Makor. Mr. Bwaka is Iskan. And then you have Lava Beje. I'm from Zweju. Thank you, Lagba. This is Chris Sherman. Chris Sherman says, greetings, Freedom FM. I'm watching from Senje, Grand Kema County. And so let's come back. Mohammed Bangali Dole. Good morning, Abu Sharif. I'm watching live from Logan Town, Bourgeois Island, Port Harcourt Field. Lucky Grunabor. Good morning, my 70,000 job family. Clarence Forboy. Good morning, Abu and Hagar. I'm following you. I'm following your fantastic, informative, and firing conversation from my Johanna Island resident in Dole community. Marvin Samuel Makor. Good morning, Freedom FM family. Following from Soul Clinic. Okay, so where are those with the 70,000 job? Please put your hands up. The comments are coming, they're pouring in, so keep dropping them. Let me do a few more, and then we come and start to do our conversation right here. So this is from Limu Cheme Boom Pikin. All right, radio in. Okay, no. Okay, so radio entertainment winner bet. They are part of the 7. So betting, the people that be betting on the radio say they're part of the job. So Baga said they're part of the job there. Okay. Risky. Okay, this is Chris Ware. Good morning, Abu M. Sharif and Hagar Gonda. I'm watching from Batonsville Estate, District 11. Flomo Ome Kalakolo. Please call my name today, Abu. Oh yeah, Ome. Of course, Ome Kalakolo. It's good to have you join us as always, consistently. The Ome is there, sitting in your corner and following everything that's happening in the country. These are the elders with the wisdom. They don't talk much. They're always monitoring. And of course, we're very glad that Umi and Kalakolo consider our show as one of the show to keep monitoring and observe and see what is going on in the country as an elder. Naomi Fort, good morning, my dynamic and brave son. Following from my home in Congo Town, backyard. May the Almighty God keep you. Thanks a lot. Aliyu Toko, this government is a failed government. So let me hold it right there. And of course, okay, let me hold it right there and bring you some very juicy thing. People rushing. Okay, wait. The thing here, they're not rushing thing. In fact, why y'all be rushing? Let me take Crime Stopper quickly. Because when I start firing, I don't want anything to come hold me back. You know, when with term without number, hammer that people in government have taken lies as the way out. People feel we're lying. So it has come full glare.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That they can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia. And look, folks, all the debates are right on the mind, live right here. People here. So come join the conversation. Just get online, search Freedom FM Liberia. Go there, the live is there. And drop your comment on the conversation. What is the job? What is the school feeding program? What is the support to household? The $1 billion. Can you imagine the president said that for the period of $1 billion Liberian dollars were distributed to households across the country? $1 billion Liberian dollars. $1 billion. The president said the government share $1 billion Liberian dollars. Did you receive some of the $1 billion LD that the government was distributing across the country? $1 billion. So they just be stealing the money, right? They say farmers over how many hundreds? Hundreds of thousands farmers will reach out to. Are you part of them? Right? This is our country. The people giving report, it's like the great shit. They give a report on how they use our money, how they spend our money. So they go pour our people in there, they lie on our people, say they use the money on it. So, but anyway, so let's hear from Stan of Mobile Molu. Civil Society Stan confirms broadcast, quote, parenthesis, state of nonsense, parenthesis closes, civil society group denounces President Bouaka address as hollow promises. The Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, one of Liberia's leading civil rights and accountability institutions, has sharply criticized President Joseph Numa Boaka's 2026 State of the Nation address, branding it a state of nonsense that marks the country's worsening realities with polished rhetoric and inflated claims. In a blistering statement released Monday, Stern accused the president of delivering a performance heavy on numbers and promises, but dangerously light on verifiable outcomes, accountability, and the lived experiences of ordinary Liberians. What the president delivered was not a report card of governance, but a political script designed to distract a suffering nation, Stern declared. Stern argued that President Boaka's repeated invocation of the rule of law and impartial justice rank hollow in a country where justice bends towards power and punishment is reserved for the powerless. The group noted that no senior government official has been convicted for grand corruption, while politically connected perpetrators remain shielded from accountability. The organization dismissed the president's legislative agenda as a wish list rather than a record of achievement, pointing to institutions such as the Civil Service Commission, Land Code, and universal health insurance that exists only in speeches, not in reality. Nearly 3 years into the administration, Stern said, the government is still campaigning inside governance. On economic claims, Stern challenged Boaka's assertion of stability, asking why Liberians remain poorer and hungrier if the economy is sound. The group highlighted ballooning public debt of $2.8 billion. So just so you forget, Boaka and the rescue government in 2 years has increased Liberia public debt. I mean, the country debt now, what the country owing. And the time it was 1.7 billion, they were making alarm. The debt now go to 2.8 billion, almost 3 billion, just 2 years, almost 3 billion debt. They credit the nothing. So, but we really know who they're using those money on, where they're spending the money. They're not building new roads. They're not connecting new homes to the electricity. LEC issued a statement, very long statement. Hey, man, 2 minutes to talk about. I will try to get that statement to and read it for those of you. Remember, for the past 2 years, they've been lying that, Boaka not stable out current, Boaka not bring current. The LEC statement is out. LEC say, all that thing you have been saying, just to paraphrase, all that thing you have been saying, they're not their own. Officially, what they can tell you, it will take them 18 months to stabilize current in Liberia. 18 months after all the nonsense. 18 months. So what that 18 months mean for you to see actual stabilization in electricity supply in Liberia, right? In spite of the infrastructure that the CDC left, is going to take up to the end of 2027 into 2028. Rescue government. Rescue government. What have you rescued? Let's continue with Molu's Stern position statement. Stern accused the president of insulting public intelligence by claiming reduced living costs while food, transportation, rent, and healthcare continue to suffocate families. Infrastructure boosts were dismissed as unreliable, with roads deteriorating each rainy season and the controversial Yellow Machines project clouded by allegations of mismanagement and all of that. Power, agriculture, and social protection on energy. Stern said Boaka offered PowerPoint instead of power. Yeah. Do you get that? These guys, man. Okay. Noting Liberia's persistent blackouts and unfulfilled mega projects, agriculture, despite claims of farmer support, remains dependent on imports, while hunger persists nationwide. Social protection programs, the group added, are tokenistic and lack transparency. failing to address youth drug abuse, and widespread despair. The president did not even speak substantively about drug issues in the country and all of that. Please keep dropping your comment. Of course, we're going to read them as we go by. So, yeah, right here. This is the big station. Conclude, a State of the Nation address is meant to report performance, not manufacture illusions. Stein concluded. Until truth replaces theater, accountability replaces excuses, and delivery replaces deception, Liberia has not heard a State of the Nation address. It has heard a state of nonsense. That's according to Stein. And let's see, former Finance Minister Tuer also said something is important to bring you that as well. These are different views, and we're going to run over and see. Finance Minister Tuer wrote this. In the aftermath of the president's delivery, he said, we increased Liberia's paved roads from under 12% to at least 20% and maintain more than 780 kilometers of roads, President Joseph Newman Boyka. This is what Boyka said in his speech, that he has, in 2 years' time, he has increased Liberia paved road from 12% to 20%. So that's about how many percentage addition? 8%, right? 8 percentage point he has added, and maintain more than 780 kilometers of roads. If that is the case, right, 8% addition to our road network, that one, nobody will have to go do PR to you to tell you, say the person building road. Everybody will feel it. But again, who are we? Our job is just to tell you what they say, and that's what we are doing. Mr. President, then Tuer comes. Mr. President, road pavement under President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was 5.7%. In 12-year time, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf record shows that she paid 5.7% of Liberia's total road network. That means she paved and or maintained about 745 kilometers of road, right? 745 kilometers that what Ellen 12 years paved and maintained, right? President George Weah, when he came in a 6-year period, the record shows that he added 3.4% in 6 years. 3.4%. But Boyka say in 2 years, he now paved 8% rule. It's not good. Anyway, me I'm talking loud. They say, oh, I'm talking loud. 3.4% to the ratio, right? So when you add President Weah 3.4% to Mrs. Sirleaf 5.8%, we'll see what that gives you, right? To the ratio, bringing total pavement ratio to 9% rule as of 2023. So from 2005 or from 2006 to 2023, Liberia has accounted for 9% of its total road network pavement and maintenance. 9%, right? But President Boyka in his sona say in 2 years time he now paved 8% of the total road in the country. So if you add 8% of the number, it was all be far or not, right? But any which way, we'll go into this and try to understand. I don't know who's giving the president, who's feeding the president with these data. And this is absolutely disappointing, right? But let's go further, Mr. President. Okay, this means President Weah paved about 450 kilometers. The last time we invited and hosted Samuel Tuer here, he said that. He said for the United Party to start talking about road with the CDC, they should come around 450 kilometer road pavement. Then they can start having conversation about road business. So once you have not reached there or passed by it, then no way to be talking road with George Weah and the CDC, right? And he maintained 450 kilometers of road. Now what the CDC people have not allowed. They remain consistent on how much road they pave, how much road they did for the country, right? 450 kilometers of roads. This brings total paved roads in Liberia to about 1,119 kilometers. In the whole country, only 1,119 kilometers of roads that are paved as of December 2023. Mr. President, Are your people telling you that your government added 11% to this 9% pavement number? This means they are telling you your government paved more than 1,430 kilometers of roads in 2 years, which is about 11% of Liberia's 13,000 kilometers. Liberia has 13,000 kilometers in total. Ellen and Jowia government worked together. They paved 1,119 kilometers from there, right? Bwaka and people say, in 2 years' time, they now pave 1,430 kilometers. So the accuracy of these are what the experts are questioning. President, or did they get confused by the numbers and reported this non-truth to you, Mr. President? Because of politics, your people are unfair to you, Mr. President. And this is not good for the country. I will leave the 70,000 jobs the UP created for the public to decide. This one is above my pay grade. Somebody say, 70,000 jobs, you won't put more inside and lead that one with you. Right? He issued just about the numbers on the rule. So everybody going for that one small part, they picking it. They look at it and say, but how can people manage to say the other one? Right? Keeping honest our national discourse is important. So those are two of the reaction. There will be several reactions, of course. We can't just bring you all of that. We have to go into the statement now, into the speech. And today I'm going to try to highlight at least the first 10 pages. Let's look at the first 10 pages. We'll go bit by bit and we'll roll over some of the key issues. Right? Now, fellow Liberians, give us your undivided attention. You see, the president's when the president speaks to the nation and tell us what he did with our country money and all of that, it's an important thing for everybody to pay attention to. Page 1 is more about the pleasantries and all of that, but it's important is our president. So let's give it due consideration. Aside from the protocol, let's come down. Our deep. Okay, let me read the theme. Monday, January 26, 2026. Theme: from resolve to results, building on progress and delivering for the Liberian people. That was the theme of the president's Tersona address on yesterday. Our deep gratitude is to God Almighty, the sustainer and preserver of our nation, for his enduring grace and blessings over the past year and throughout our history. We are gathered here in fulfillment of Article 58 of the Liberian Constitution, which requires the president to present an annual message on the state of the republic, the condition of the economy, and the legislative agenda for the year ahead. This annual message reviews our progress in the second year of this administration and sets forth our priorities for 2026. It reflects our commitment to reform, accountability, and results that improve the lives of the Liberian people. Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the legislature, we are painfully reminded again, as last year's arson attack on the Capitol building, this attack on our symbol of democracy has forced us for the second year to meet in this county yard instead of the historic chamber. Talking about the joint chamber, because they were supposed to present, but they had to bring it outside in the yard of the legislature to do that. The legal process to bring those responsible for this heinous act is still ongoing. I, however, assure every Liberian that my administration is pursuing this matter with resolve and impartiality, and that anyone found guilty will bear the full weight of the law. I use this time to remind those driven by narrow personal interest that this country is moving forward, not backward. As Winston Churchill once observed, we must never yield to the power of the adversary if it contradicts honor. In that spirit, our democracy will not be intimidated. Our institutions will not be diminished. Our commitment to the rule of law and constitutional governance remains unshaken toward it. Honorable members of the legislature, over the past 2 years, my administration worked to tackle inherited challenges, stabilizing the economy, and deliver key development milestones. Despite limited resources, we made progress across key sectors, including agriculture, infrastructure, education, health, tourism, and the rule of law. Alongside important legislative initiatives, I am pleased to inform you that our country is in a better state than it was a year ago. A year ago, Boubacar was still the president of Liberia. A year ago, Boubacar was still the head of state of the Republic of Liberia. So Boubacar himself is saying that he is presenting the legislature that as he is presenting, things are much more better than a year ago. Okay. And the progress of the past 2 years is real. Looking ahead, livelihoods, strengthen democratic governance, and enhance Liberia's standing in the world. Now, to the legislative agenda. The legislative agenda, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, Madam President Pro Tempore, and honorable members of the legislature, through collaboration and prompt passage of priority legislation, the government aims to strengthen institutions, grow the economy, and improve the well-being of all Liberians. Over the course of last year, the executive submitted several bills to you for enactment into law. I thank in passing several crucial bills during the second session of the legislature. Key among those passed and signed into law are: listen, it's important, listen to the law 2025 that the government passed for you, or it didn't do well for you. What are some of the laws? What are the laws help in a meaningful way to transform your life, better your life, and make you a better citizen or a better human being? These laws that were passed and signed into law are the Ministry of Local Government Act, to decentralize the government and allow greater participation in decision-making at the local level, the Liberia National Tourism Authority Act, to stimulate economic growth by leveraging the nation's natural attractions and cultural heritage, and act to establish the National Food Assistance Agency, and 9 financing agreement between Liberia and our bilateral and multilateral development partners. Those were the ones 2025. While the passage of these laws is commendable, urgent attention must now be directed to advancing pending legislation. Key among these is the Presidential Transition Act, which establishes procedure for the transition from one elected government to the next. Our experience shows the need for these procedures to avoid arbitrary process and conflicting expectations during periods of transition. Also pending before you are the bills to establish the Civil Service Commission and the 3rd amendment to the Mineral Development Agreement with Accelometa Holding, among others. Delays in passing these measures will weaken the reform needed for economic growth and institutional integrity, and support the presidential transition bill. I think it's important for our country, so that we wouldn't have individuals dictating how outgoing leaders are treated, how the process and all of those things, the disrespect that was seen during the process, during the transition by our former president, we are, so that these things, and, you know, as a country, we have to fix these kinds of things. So I think I support that, and that's a good one. Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the legislature, I have also submitted 4 amendments to existing anti-corruption laws, including legislation to address illicit enrichment and to remove the existing statute of limitation on corruption cases. This is also a good one. In 2026, we will submit additional priority bills, including legislation to establish a national planning commission to strengthen development planning and budgeting. So we have the Ministry of Planning and Development. I think this is a waste. This is just creating another thing for cronies to get jobs and all of that, bloating the payroll, and of course, elasticizing recurrent expenditure. This does not serve the public interest. No need. Strengthening the planning arm of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, right? And a specialized court for property disputes to reduce the backlog of land cases. We will propose a universal health insurance program and a bill to establish a national rural authority dedicated to rural construction and maintenance. Okay, so we have the rural fund. We have the Ministry of Public Works for rural construction and maintenance. Then the president said he will propose a national rural authority again, right? This is the same president that promised a small government, but every day he goes to the legislature, he's just creating useless agencies to come and duplicate functions. I think this is useless. This should not go anywhere. The rural construction and maintenance. We will also resubmit the revised charter of the University of Liberia to accommodate needed reforms and administrative structure. I think that is basically going to be designed to target student activities on the campus. Watch out for that. I'm predicting that to you. We will expand the Liberia Agriculture Commodity Regulatory Authority's mandate to enhance the output, processing, and marketing of quality agricultural commodities. We will also seek an amendment to the executive law to restructure the Ministry of Foreign Affairs so it can better serve citizens and adapt to our evolving international responsibility. Finally, we will submit bills to repeal outdated People's Redemption Council era decrees that created public institutions that no longer serve today's governance needs. Okay, so let's wait to see which are the governments and, of course, institutions that's going to be affected by that. He did not mention, but wait, like he said. Finally, we will submit bill to, beyond legislation, my administration issued 16 executive orders. 16 executive orders in 2025. Who did those executive orders benefited? So, issue 16 executive orders to advance the governance, economic, and social priorities in line with our national development goals. Each action, whether by law or order, was taken for one purpose: the benefit of the Liberian people. 16 executive orders. The presidency issued them for the benefit of the Liberian people. Gratefully, we'll open the phone lines and you will speak and tell us whether these ever benefited you. We remain dedicated to fostering cooperation among all branches of government through mutual respect and open dialogue as the Constitution requires. State of the Economy and 2026 Economic Outlook. Quite interesting. Let's come to that. We finish with the legislative agenda. We are on the State of the Economy and 2026 Economic Outlook. So let's take your small pen and paper and be jotting your points, or open the phone lines. You speak to them at exactly 9 o'clock. We will transition and, of course, say our thoughts and open the phone lines. Mr. Vice President, Mr. Speaker, Madam President Pro Tempore, and members of the legislature, fellow Liberians, last year we emphasized the economic challenges inherited by this administration, not as an excuse, but to highlight the hurdle it faces and the progress it has achieved. Through discipline, fiscal management, sound policy, and robust partnership, we began restoring stability and trust. As of 2024, the economy showed resilience with steady growth, declining inflation, a strong reserve, and renewed momentum across key sectors. These, according to the president, with macroeconomic stability and private sector growth, strengthening our commitment to the Liberian people. When you read in 2025, when you read the World Bank report on Liberia, it did not support the president's claim of a strong macroeconomic environment. When you read the investment climate report, it also highlighted poor economic conditions in the country. When you read, or what else? The MCC Compact, the government failed on economic management and, of course, corruption and fiscal discipline. So, where is the president getting these things from? Where the president just grabbing things from the blue and putting it? It has to be backed. It has to be scientifically supported. So, if you look at the outlook and that we read across, right? The MCC Compact came out where? November. And said that there is no job, no this. But anyway, let's go further. We are proud to announce that the economy grew by 5.1% in 2025. What's the source of this data? Because there are available data to us, that which we read from the Central Bank of Liberia and, of course, the IMF, that does not project 5.4. It's below 5. It's around 4 point something, not 5.4. So the number looks very inaccurate. And of course, I don't know where the government and the president got this one from, because even the Central Bank of Liberia data differs with this one. This sees both the 4.6% forecast and the 4.0% growth recorded in 2024. Okay, so the forecast, they come here, they emitted 4.6. That was the forecast, right? They come here and pull 5.1. So you just writing number. You rushing the people, carrying them where they not reach yet. Okay, so the achievement was driven by significant gains in mining, agriculture, fisheries, and services. Mining expanded by 17%, and exports rose by 31.5%. Export. Looking ahead, ongoing reforms and infrastructure investment are expected to boost growth to over 5% in 2026. Expected to. But you come here, you say the economy grew by 5.1. Then you come down in the same statement, you say expected to. What is this? Why you won't be dishonest to your own people? When you say the economy grew, that means you already achieved that one. Then you come back in the subsequent paragraph, you say the economy is expected to grow over 5% in 2026. When you finish telling us that the economy grew, 5% in 2026, with average growth projected at about 6% from 2026 to 2028. Inflation fell to 4% by December 2025, the lowest in over 2 decades. Down from 10% when we took over in 2024. These achievements signal effective monetary and fiscal policies coupled with anticipated easing of input costs. Anticipated easing. He did not say coupled with easing, but he said anticipated. So they expect to ease. They have not eased yet. Right? It's important to take keen note of the vocabularies. Liberia's external sector performed well in 2025. Gross international reserve increased from 475 million in 2024 to 576 million. Right? So finally, they said that the government left, the Georgia government did not leave any money in the country budget, in the country reserve. But it come in this year and admitted that 2024, they took over, there were 475 million in the national reserve. But they have grew that to 576 million. So why you can be lying to the country? When you take your time, you read this thing, you will know. So how about money? Surpassing the previous year by US 101 million. Also, net international reserve exceeded IMF targets, potentially reaching 280 million by December 2025, and export grew over 31% to about 2.1 billion. Export grew. Over medium-term strategic goal initiative or gold purchase programs is expected to further strengthen reserves and enhance economic resilience. We are proud to report that we met nearly all IMF performance criteria in June 2025, reaffirming our commitment. The IMF Extended Credit Facility remains crucial for rebuilding reserves to over 3.3 months of imports by 2027, supported by prudent fiscal measures. Foreign investment in iron ore mining will also boost export, and the current account since September 2025, the foreign exchange market has been stable due to good liquidity management, fiscal discipline, and strong export earning. The president said the exchange rate has been stable since when? Since September 2025. So we'll open the phone lines again. You speak to that and tell us whether that is the reality you have actually experienced and felt out there. The Liberian dollar appreciated by at least 3% against the US dollar. We are committed to maintaining currency confidence and stability. To promote financial inclusion, we accelerated Liberia's digital finance revolution, processing over 275,000 transaction value at more than 300 transaction. The government is saying they recorded 275,000 transactions during the course of the period, valuing around 375 million. So what they're basically trying to tell you is digital financing, the transactions are happening. They're not money for the government, they're not money for you. People who use digital financing, like mobile money, e-transfer, and all those things, right? The government only giving a count of the total volume. They're not progress, they're not money that the government made. Project, since the project been here for 2025, this is the number of transactions. Basically, what on the positive note, what is saying is that people appetite and desire to do e-transfer or e-transactions are increasing, and of course it's taking shape. Maybe it's the future, who knows? Let's see. The central bank is rebuilding public trust by strengthening governance and accountability and managing government security more openly. In 2025, it issued US 44.4 million, rolling over US 106 billion Liberian dollars, and consecutive operational surpluses in 2024 and 2025. This whole thing here needs the experts to come and explain what they're trying to say here, because this one here doesn't make any kind of ordinary sense to me. So economic relations and bilateral and multilateral partners. Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the legislature, despite real achievements in 2025, our development program faced one of its toughest tests as an abrupt slash in the donor support during the second quarter disrupted financing for essential social and economic projects. This led to job losses, reduced incomes, and hardship for many. For many families, the government stepped in to close funding gaps and keep critical services running. but the disruption slowed implementation and strained our plans. Notwithstanding these challenges, we are pleased to report that we weathered the storm by instituting a package of measures that include tighter fiscal controls while protecting critical social expenditure in health and education, and significantly enhancing domestic resource mobilization. The dishonesty and unfairness to the Liberian people in these narratives, aside putting the literature there, you have to be direct on those interventions and give what did he do? You just say we did this to ease up when the donors funding ran out. This is what we did. How much we put? You gotta tell the Liberian people that this should be a self-explanatory report. I think the report is clouded with I don't know. Reaffirming commitment from donor partners for 2025 amounted to US 381 million, including US 63 million in direct budget support and US 321.5 million for programs and projects. During the year under review, the government concluded the 9 financing agreement totaling US 334.9 million, including US 98.58 million in concessional loans and US 236.4 million in grants to advance national priority. These agreements, fellow Liberians, let's go to page 5. These agreements support investment in infrastructure, human capital development, and natural resource management. Mr. Speaker and honorable members of the legislature, I also informed you last year that our engagement with the United States have positioned Liberia for a Millennium Challenge Cooperation Compact. I am pleased to report that after a review and a reassessment by the new U.S. government, Liberia's eligibility for a second MCC Compact was reaffirmed in December 2025. The Compact development process has begun, focusing on investment in energy and job creation. We extend profound appreciation to our bilateral and multilateral partners, including the United States of America, European Union, the people of the Republic of China, the United Kingdom, Japan, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Morocco, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the African Development Bank, the United Nations and its agencies, the African Union and the Economic Community of West African States, the Monetary Union for the trust, support, and ongoing commitment to Liberia as we strive to restore stability and bring essential relief and opportunity to our nation. So on the international front, the president update was incomplete. The president did not inform the nation about the Swedish government decision to leave. There was nothing said about that. The impact that will have on the country, the job loss, the president skipped that. I think that's unfair, that's dishonest, that's running away from the reality. And of course, you see it also, right? Say in 2025, okay, but it took effect in 2025, whatever. The president should have also communicated that. There were a lot of these drawdowns that happened, right? And the president did not highlight all of these. He always ignored these things and keeping the country in complete deception. Revenue and expenditure, strengthening domestic revenue mobilization to build fiscal resilience. In under 3 minutes, let me do this. Last year's external funding cut was a wake-up call. It exposed how vulnerable we become and the risks to our security when we rely too much on external support. In my annual message last year, I pledged to strengthen domestic revenue by aligning reform with regional benchmark, improving tax compliance, and investing in digital system, including a modern custom inspection center at the Freeport of Monrovia. We have made real progress on these commitments, and the results are clear. Liberia can finance more of its own development if we put the right policies in place. So what have you done, Mr. President? And collect what is due. What have you done? Fiscal year 2025. We approved a national budget of US 880.5 million, funded largely by US 804.6 million in domestic revenue. By year end, total revenue reached US 885.8 million, exceeding the target by US 5.5 million. Right, domestic revenue alone amounted to US 847.7 million, surpassing the target by US 443.1 million, the highest ever recorded in Liberia. That is an increase of US 148 million over 2024. The largest single year gain in our history. Last year, we submitted and you approved a budget of more than US 1.2 billion for fiscal year 2026, the highest in the history of our nation, our country, he says. Over the past 2 years, domestic revenue has risen by US 235.7 million. This reflects stronger policy choices, improved administration, digitalization, and better compliance. I commend the Liberia Revenue Authority and all partners institutions for their professionalism, and I call on the legislature to work with us so to sustain these gains and direct every dollar towards results that improve the lives of our people. To conclude on this for today, Mr. President and honorable members of the legislature, I am pleased to report that on account of the robust revenue performance for 2025, the fiscal authorities are concluding processes that will lead to the submission of a supplementary budget in February, right? The legislature next month, the first in many years. Okay, so that is where we are. Expenditure. So let me just read this one. Expenditure. As of the end of November 2025, government spending total US 709.7 million, including both recurrent and capital spending. Spending on roads accounted for a major share of capital expenditure. Debt stock and debt service. Public debt stood at US 2.8 billion as of the end of December 2025. Domestic debt, mainly owed to the central bank and commercial bank, was US 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion domestic debt, right? External debt, largely to the World Bank and the African Development Bank, was 1.6 billion. Oh my God, right? Despite fiscal pressure, the government remained largely current on its debt commitment, paying US 120.1 million in debt service to both domestic and external creditors in 2025. We will continue prudent debt management and fiscal discipline. Policy reform to strengthen the economy and address fiscal constraints. My administration has introduced major financial management reforms to boost revenue, enacted the tax expenditure bill, tightening exemption control, and are preparing to implement a value-added tax system by 2027. To support the fiscal year 2026 US 1.2 billion budget, we will expand the tax base by cracking down on tax evasion, updating tax rules, raising the goods tax by a modest 1%, and revising excess rate. So the breaking news is there that the president have said that they are going to increase taxes this year to make sure that they get their money. So you react to that. So the cost of commodities will go up because once they add tax, you expect a trickle down. attracting investment to build a productive economy. The government has strategically leveraged opportunities to attract credible investment and responsibly exploited natural resources for the benefit of Liberians. In 2025, the government signed key agreements to boost economic growth, infrastructure, and employment, including a concession and access agreement with Ivanhoe for the Yekepa-Buchanan Rail Corridor and an amended deal with the Asilometer. Together, these represent approximately $4 billion in committed investment. The government has commenced the process of reactivating the Putu iron ore mine. This will boost job creation and accelerate development in Grangeda County and the southeastern region. In the hydrocarbon sector, the government signed 8 new petroleum agreements, 4 with Total Energy and 4 with Oranto Petroleum. Once fully developed, these projects are expected to attract about $800 million in investment to boost the sector. Even though there's been a lot of accountability issues around the Ato Easy own, but they still proceed that way. So these are exactly what it is. And you also have highlights on some of what the president talked about, the homes the president said he created, the jobs he created, and all of that. So it's your turn. We'll go to the phone lines and hear from you all right here on Freedom 87.9, 0776 104 104. What do you make of the president's SONA? We're taking our time to read it page by page. We've done 6 pages today. Tomorrow we'll go another 6 and get feedback. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 221 86 500 104. While the calls are coming in, I will also be reading some of the highlights from the speech in general while we read the specifics page by page. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu, and good morning to my fellow Liberians. I'm Otis Barkley. I do join you for the most Ebano district in Mozambique County.
Okay. Otis, you're live. So which part of the president's SONA you're interested in, you want to talk to?
Firstly, I'll highlight 2 points.
Okay.
The one point that have to do with the 70,000 jobs created by the president, and the other point have to do with where he said he gave 180 farmers materials for farming. That's what he said. So, Mr. President talked about a long-term and short-term job. Yesterday, a video was circulating on the internet where children were busting rocks. Is that the 70,000 jobs that he created? Is that the 70,000 jobs he created? So, Joseph Yuma Pueka always lying to the Liberian people. Like Moses Gagre always saying, he's a pathological liar. They all men lie on the oath. Even the first day in the office in lie. Why must you lie to the Liberian people? You lie your way to power, and you are in power, you are still lying.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take another person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You're live. Let's hear you. Okay, let me put this on speaker. Good morning. Go ahead. You have to move away from your monitor so we'll get you clearly. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
you're better.
Abu, when yesterday, for me, I never waited my time to listen. But when people started explaining it, I knew exactly what I was going to go. I knew that this president and his people were going to lie to the world. Because for all we really know what happened. So all that thing really, they only did it for the international community to say they are working, but they're not working. I listened to that thing saying that they are in power, I don't know, 193,000 farmers.
And the president says through the release project, they provided income to over 15,000 households in the tune of $1 billion. We spent $1 billion Liberian dollars to 15,000 households.
This is very, very disgraceful. That doesn't indicate how criminal they are, how criminals they are. They just lying to the international community, stealing the resources of this country. You see people living in the kind of poverty, nothing you doing. You just go part of start to
So the question is, who are those getting the job? Who are those receiving the money? And yesterday, every day people are crying. Good morning, let's hear you.
Good morning, Vejabu.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
This is the Common Pool Chairman, and I'm T1B Willie. I join you for so many show.
Okay, T1, before you go ahead, also another highlight is that the president said in his speech that about 239,000 students across the country benefited from school feeding. Go ahead, T1.
Thank you very much. When we got nourish people and malnourished people like you, not just that for one kind. The global index to what we got nourish and malnourished people like you. But here's my thing. I'm going straight for the farmers that what I say in power. I think in national address, he gave a figure. I don't know what I'm exact on the figure. I think he said 8,000 farmers are there, supported by this government in 2025. If I stand to be corrected, if that is correct, the farm, what is the produce? Which market are they bringing that produce in?
Why are we still getting pepper and bitter ball from Guinea?
From the whole country, we're taking Gary and orange. We're taking pepper, butter pear. We can't put in those things. So are you telling us that when they farm, they can carry the cell on like Rainbow, go to sell and go buy it from there? Apple that we said or pre or sooner when you wait for and we said this old man is a pathological liar. This great grandfather is not honest. He will take a dishonest step to the student nation address. The prediction has come true. The old man just lied. I want to the other platform. Look, the pastor of this old man, which church he in as a deacon, he myself taught the same high school together. He was principal in the school. He sacked me or I have a fiance in the school, and she and myself are not married. They brought a handbook to me. They said the handbook said no husband and wife should be in the school. And then they sacked me from the school. And Mr. Nogo, John Nogo is your name. You are the pastor for Ever Baptist Church. Do you hear me? Wherever you are. When you come with everything, you come with clean hands. If you are, if God are trying to sack me for having a fiancé in the school, you said it was a deviant attitude. Now your deacon is a deacon. It's not a deacon pool. Please, can you look into your attitude? Baby became president of this country. A lot of bad things happening.
Okay.
And he himself is taking the podium on his that lying to the Labreco. Mr. Nova, please look in Joseph Braga attitude and let him take it for the deacon pool because he did it to me. So let it be equitable. Let it go across the board.
Thank you very much, T1 Woolley. So the president also said in his sooner that 124,000 villages across the country received street lights in Nimba, Grand Bassa, Riverside, and Bond counties. Or 124 villages. Those are some of what the president said. Received street light. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you on this line.
Yeah,
124,000 villages. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry, I can't continue. You call, you sitting near your monitor, and we're not getting you while we're wasting our time. Let's take on the other line. Good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning to Freedom FM family, and good morning to my peace loving people of the Republic of Liberia, and good morning to you, dear brother. They got on that in studio in Liberia. The name remain constant this morning at Angso AF Kamal once again. Back to our Freedom Morning Ride show. Brother Haggard, what actually on my mind is so brand issue. I don't know, speeches the president.
Go ahead. Which one you want to address? Address yourself to one or two. At least we can give you time for that.
I want to get two to speak of.
Go ahead.
He also talked about, he spoke in this section. It's to be power as a president. He can't lie to your people. He leading them. He can lie to your people.
So what the president lied about? What the president lied? No.
The two cardinal issues I have in my mind as a brand issue. He spoke about
the health sector. How they have gone to the 15th subdivision and revitalize our health sector. Let's take for instance, look at our referral hospital, John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital. Go there. Patients are sitting in TSCP. There's no hospital bed. There's no medication. There's no social directive for the.
So you disagree with that? You disagree with that part?
Don't say that. And look at it. What we spoke about. They have created
70,000 jobs. Okay, Afonso, I don't know what is happening. But just before this caller, quickly, just hold on for me. The president also said 198,000 farmers giving support in rice and cocoa production. 198,000. So 198,000 farmers, 124,000 villages receive street light. Let's hear you. Good morning. Morning. Go ahead. What the president lie about? Hey, yeah, Kula come die in the show again. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. 70,000 jobs created across various sectors, according to the president. Highlights from the president's speech on yesterday. 70,000 jobs. So let's hear you. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 are the numbers to call. What are your takeaway? What will you want to speak to? Good morning.
Thank you. This is Edmund Carr, and I remain the visually impaired that is pushing for the re-election of President Weah 2029. And you know, Abu, the first takeaway that I have, it has to do with the one yellow machine. The last time we saw the minister in China, I think they were in the very January or December, displaying 19 plus 19 according to himself. That is 28. 28 on a way to Liberia. But yesterday the president said the most about 285 yellow machine is on the shade on a way to Liberia. The president lied again. We're saying the truth. And then the president also lied about, he said they are then able to increase the salary of 23,000 human beings from where health, agriculture, and the security sector. You didn't care off from what to what. You just said 23,000. Now let's look at the bread and butter issue.
Man, you're distributing numbers yesterday, my man. Speaking in the thousands. Go ahead.
Yeah, everything in the thousand, in the billion. Then the bread and butter issue quickly. Then he said the flour price had dropped from $35 to $35. What was he saying? What happened here? Then you talk about the transport sector. Then he shifted to the gasoline. Then he said because of the lower price in gas, transportation had drastically dropped. That's a lie, Mr. President. No transportation dropped yet. Is that what your transport minister told you?
Transportation dropped?
Transportation dropped where, my brother? Our pay, they said, George, we are high, the gasoline price high. I let the borrow pay $250 from year to town, and they pay $250 from town year to borrow. I tell about it. That's the price. So everything the president spoke about yesterday is a surely a far from reality. We predicted him, but that side of our prediction, he went beyond. He disappointed everybody. But that's
what about the street lights? The 124,000 street light the 124,000 villages that received street light. What do you think about that?
But if it would be right here in Moserado County, my brother, the people lying about Moserado County right here in front of you. You want more about the villages? You know about Nima, Great Bassa, and what, right? So we need to go and verify for the people to go. But I believe that it can't be true. Because look at the road you were talking about. The man is right here, the one that in front of us here. I buy
But 124,000 villagers get street left. Where you Rafi Highway, what the Yapo, Lepo, all of them went there. Then 124,000. Then what JMB son looking for prayer and go on private property, you go show that one.
Oh yeah. He was sure that I'm telling you, Abu. So right out of the way the place still poor, they want you to dedicate it. They ran from the air as they driving from Johnson to walk out. The whole place is in darkness.
198,000 farmers. The president said he gave support to 198,000 farmers. Still, we can take bitter ball from Guinea and Sierra Leone. We can take pepper, right?
Yeah.
We can take what thing again? I mean, almost everything coming from Mali, Grampi. So they 198,000 farmers now. So what happened? They just get the money to people, they run away.
If you make people want to help you, they will not help you.
Yeah, but the farmers got to come out. The farmers got to come out. The corporated, they got to come out and speak because they can be receiving money from the government and then they're not delivering. Because the government finished trading, the president said he gave them money. He gave 198,000 farmers, right? The farmers are there. So that means the farmers are stealing the country money. They're getting the country money. They're not producing.
Of course.
That is an indictment. So, but guess what? And lastly, Car, you know, I like to keep you on because you're very abreast with issues in the country. 70,000 jobs created in January. This in January, I think the 12th or the 11th or thereabout. The vice president spoke, and the vice president said that the greatest disappointment or the greatest challenge of the government of the United Party government is that they have failed on job creation. 70,000 jobs, but his vice president did not know in January 12th, the second week in January, the vice president did not know, but his president in the fourth working Monday knew that he had created 70,000 jobs. My man, how can we reconcile that?
And the very president, when you have a cabinet meeting bombing, he encouraged a cabinet minister to create jobs for the youth. I think that happened just 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. The bombing, Tottenham break. That's correct. I'm trying to get that recording by tomorrow.
So how come you are encouraging your cabinet minister to create jobs for the youth? So just 3 weeks ago, you have been able to create 70,000 jobs. How can it be? These are the things we will talk about. They say, oh, but no, it's not about opposition. There's 70,000 where you can't, I don't care what happened. Somebody that I know.
Somebody related to all get jobs. We go to all the intellectual centers. We say the same people who used to see that jobless are the same people still saying on that jobless. We go to the different forum. The same people who used to see that jobless are the same people still sitting there. So who are those 70,000? Where can we find them? How Ghost will come in Labor and take the job and run away with it? Ghost will come and take the farmer support and go.
Surprisingly, Abu, you are not hearing the United Party people calling on the show to say we are the ones that got our job. They are not calling to tell us.
No.
I have visited Voice. I have visited Kings. They are not calling to tell us we are the ones that got our 70,000 jobs. But
guess what? We have several recording. It was the very United Party chairman who staged protests with partisans for job to the president house.
But if I play the other video from Nema Kante, when the guy said, let us start living in deception and lie. That's it. This is the thing, deception and lies the guy was talking about for Nema Kante.
Okay, thank you very much, Edmond Carr. Let me talk to two more and then I'll play some voices here to see whether where we are. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning, brother Abu.
Morning.
Good morning, brother Yinka.
Morning, sir. The president has presented his great sheet. That's what we are looking at. What's your takeaway?
Brother Abu, let me share something with you. I don't want to call my name. Yeah. Please send somebody at $30 Jamaica Road, $30 to work class. The leaders, the UN leadership that they're treating with the work of, but we try to talk, they want forward, and we say we want re-election. Right now, we are protesting right in front of the area. Since this morning, I've been calling on the show for you to please help out to send few journalists so they can hit up your so the media can take it.
All right, we own it. We're sending somebody right now. The president did not even talk about the labor sector. President did not say anything about the labor sector. And he didn't say anything about all the raping that's going on and all of that. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is good morning. This is the voice of Jabu Rasta. I joined the show this morning for the exactly no, no, you know, they are things in Liberia. We like you here. I don't know how the justice ought to be. I don't know how the justice ought to be. We like you here. But so that guy is just not empty. That guy is just not full of heart. But I was not as good as the lesson that we can go back to the computer. Look, my brother, you know what they're calling the computer. Well, so you change it. Look, my brother, imagine, people die for job. Things are not easy to do. I didn't want job. But all of them is full of opportunity. I don't want to survive. And what I want to survive, you know, the things that hurt you from our people are that. Look, if you don't just want to do what I think is going to be just what I want to do, what I want to do, is just that. That's what you're saying. You want to be at the
Thank you very much. The president said he has placed street light in all of the villages in the country. Good morning. Mama, you coming in low. You gotta shift a little bit and try to be audible.
I want to let the woman to know, Mr. He told us before that it took me to the good at least. Woman Baka, this boy he told us that we gave major to board. This boy used to talk it and do it for us. But Baka, where are the 70,000 jobs in the country? People are dying to the hospital. People are stealing. Women are looting, putting egg badges that they are not able to do. Where are the 700,000 job workers? Mr. Braga, prepare us.
70,000 jobs, he said.
To make sure that even doing where we gym, the job that even he gave to the young people, the mini jobs, so many people build houses in mini today to the Braga. Where the job you brought for the young people? Name Pape, tell us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So why the president? Well, as soon as the president finished talking, he said, "Everybody, nobody hungry. He not share money and he create a job at the same place. Fathers, mothers, people, parents were fighting for food in the yard of the Capitol building. We have the video here. You will see them fighting for food. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
The president's speech yesterday.
Your line is coming in broken. You have to shift a little bit so that we get you clearly. Please do that.
I said the president's speech was complete provocation on we the citizens of this country. So we just want him to be reminded that we remind him of all of what he's doing at the ballot box. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's hold it right there and bring you a scene from the Capitol building on yesterday. After the president delivered the SONA, where he said he has solved most of the bread and butter issues, and see Liberian family fighting over food. Right there, right? The country where they can share money to household. At the same country here. You see?
Fighting for people fighting for dreams. The president, at the SONA address, here at the ground of the capital. So you see
people fighting for food. Food, we're still on the ground. So I don't know what PR is going to say about these other people. Because he insulted the lady who worked for the cruiser. Hunger. There is hunger in the country. The people are hungry. No doubt. People can get restaurants where they pass it around. They're hungry. They see food opportunity. Eh? They see what trying before they want party food. Look at BB. Look at I mean, this is not to me, but this is the reality in the country. People are hungry. At the very program, the president spewed all these inaccuracies. Right there, as soon the slightest movement appeared, right? Look at people dressed up in coat suit, right? Beautiful shoes and all the fighting, taking liquor on the ground, food plate, everything, and people are feeding from the ground. People are feeding from the ground. And what did the president say? The president says he has provided $1 billion to support families. He has created 70,000 jobs in the country. And citizens are feeding from the ground. Responsible people, you see them dressed nicely. The other time I told you, I said, the country is so difficult. Now everybody see looking nice, passing around. Sometimes transportation said they didn't get it. They go sit on the places to talk. I mean, that is not to be mean and all of that, but it's the reality in the country. And you can't sugarcoat these things. They're facts. So why would people be fighting for food? Human being love dignity. A hungry man can go the last. He will ignore anything. Whether camera there, no camera there. Whether that on the ground, the food fall down. This down. There you go. That is my witness across the river. The president. So your whole son, Chakla. Talking on Cyrilla, your friend is on Cyrilla behavior. That the country was 24,000, 70,000 get jobs.
Here at the ground of the capital.
24,000 villages.
So you see people fighting for liquor.
Just street left.
The security.
28,000 farmers get support to produce food for her, but we're fighting for food on the ground. What a disgrace and a contradiction, Mr. President. Right there. Let's take more calls. Where is my pastor who say be saying on there? Good morning. This is Abu.
Yeah. This is Freedom Evan. I know.
Go ahead.
Thank you, my children. God bless you. My name is
Mai. Thank you. Mai, the part of Babolo, you are in the village. You saw street letter.
The street letter, the judge job we are working, the farmer. Now he won't give up street letter in our village and all.
Oh, okay. But you see no new street letter.
No street letter.
So, but what the president boy on a street letter?
They people came to power because they were going to pay their horses and buy their cars. After their children and their sex. This is why they used to cause the president. We are so sorry. But then again, the job for these people, let's see what they will do. But then they have the president and nothing want to do. Nothing for Labile. He's create job. He's been one for cop. He's lying. But there's sometimes, brother, he said that Pastor Road, what he's doing, he's passing the road in that very street. He has very road. Because when you pass the thing before 1 month before you go low, they play sport, they get Pokota. They lie, they lie. They may not able to do nothing for us because that man has in our starting with the battery that day. So the minister and the people that are working with him, they are ready all that, they're ready all those things are giving it to him. They may not be on the feet, they just lie to him and he lies to us. So you think we want to protect again? But was there a United for men that President Thompson, Baka's girl, lie? He's lying. He lies, he has the power, he say lying to us. And we see everything, but God will show Baka. He too disgraceful for Liberia to go for food.
Let a video here, Liberians. At that kind of national event, fighting for food, they want to say, yeah, maybe I give up.
That day when they
That player, everybody can go, you bluffing and thing. The first time in the history of Liberian people to go fight for food to Sona. Very close to the fighting. The whole country is poor.
Yeah, that is very.
Thank you, man. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu Jerry. How you doing, sir?
Managing fighting for food in Liberia.
Mr. Jerry, no, that father is a very liar. Because all of the things that they say, I hate to see him, he's talking to people that don't feel like they don't see him, they don't know what's happening in the country. Yeah? I am a certain man. Because of the traveling necessary, I decided to go to my house and ladder to listen to all of that thing I'm going to thank God. I would listen to my brother. Absolutely all is a lie. Where did 50,000 people doing coming where they like very hungry than my brother? Where are the 70,000 that get jobs? Yeah. You know, people, man.
Who all received the 1 billion Labrador? 1 billion Labrador. Who are those who receive it? Then they still go to the program and fighting for food.
They're fighting for food. All the food that the children in that party and the children want to get money for themselves. Thank you for the program, man. We'll still get more to go to, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is disgraceful. Let's play the full video one more time. Look at. Yeah. The man is blue shirt with not as the man I say man. If you are not watching, get on the live and watch it and see it. And tell me whether you saw this happening to the way after. As soon as Baga finished talking, people fighting. Because when you live over there, you get food there. No food to the house. Right? The country is so hard, people ain't get food to the house, so they got to fight on party food to survive. Fight for party food to survive. You say you get 70,000 jobs. And I see the very young people that ain't get jobs that they want to go on, they say they defend someone. So who your friend in the community? The very community you are in during the election, all of you that are there, all of you stay there the same way. So where the job? Which sector? Where? Now who they working? You're telling, you're lying, you're working. So you're working that secret part where you're doing. It needs to be investigated. It needs to be thoroughly investigated. Let's take more calls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
From Babel County.
From Babel, let's hear you.
My man, the president said that he was dealing with the devil. And then I wouldn't know that there is a devil in the anyway. So, my brother, because the president said he's dealing with the devil, so I know he's dealing with. Yeah.
The vice president said they didn't create jobs. The president said he not create 70,000 jobs. Two of them will no post on a ring. The vibrant president yesterday and the president will win. Then the president will be listening to in the country. The vice president in the same January, the president they fail on job. Try to be honest. Then the president said 2-3 weeks later, the president said 70,000 jobs been created. What kind of man is that?
You know, my brother, these people they think in lies, so they get continuous lies.
But it's hurting the country. It's hurting. Look at the small children in the country. Everybody, you know what I mean? For the whole country to know that the president can lie. You know what it means? You know what that means? So why you be embarrassing the country, embarrassing the president like that? Writing fake la data and giving it to the man. Say after the speech, you don't want to thank you very much. Say you don't want to defend nothing. Oh, you're shame, disgrace. That the country are embarrassing. We bring out children. They say they go on social media. They see the thing. The president lie again. You know what I mean? Everybody, the president lie. That is not the language, the conversation that's supposed to be around the presidency. It's an office. It's a seat of dignity and respect. You know what I mean? To be the validator. So how can the validator be a liar? The man who is supposed to validate anything to be true or lie in the country himself is noted, right? Notorious for lying, telling lies, misinforming, disinforming, misrepresenting. Look at FOIA project. When you said out ERBC, you thought one thing, right? You come to Sona, you say that the government project fully. So, fellow Liberians, the president said yesterday that the 4-year project, they agreed on a government project fully. So, which one will come and take? You go ERBC, you say that MRU then putting money inside the MRU fund. Enough for nobody in the government. Right? You jump from there, you come to Sona, you say the government is the one that's building it, it's fully a government property. So the nature, we're talking here. I mean, don't look at us. Look at the power we have, the reach we have. Over 25,000 human beings listening to us every morning. We sit down here. You think that joke? You think we can't play phone? We be talking nonsense? 25,000 human beings across Liberia, right? And the diaspora. They're hearing these things. We are not manufacturing. All we need to do, just take your last year comment, your last month comment, and your today comment, and we put it there. The clear evidence will be exposed. You go ERBC, you talk different thing. Your government issue statement is different from your ERBC statement. Then you come to Sona, you talk different thing. Which one, fellow Liberians? Which one? Where are we going? This is it. So, but let me tell you one thing, and then I'll continue with the course. This 4-year project, the secret will come out. We're behind the scene, we are doing lots of investigation. And it's getting apparently clear that the ownership of MNG Go or B Mountain, right, should be the sole sponsor and financier. And they could have an investment motive. Have you seen? First, what did we see? We saw B Mountain provided private jet for Bwaka to go Lofa. B Mountain provided private jet for Bwaka to go Lofa. Who are those building the project in Foya? Turkish. The ownership of B Mountain that Turkish. Where the materials building the Foya project come from? Turkey. Everything can come from where? Turkey. Right? What do they want? Is that the Foya project in exchange for Wologisi? What do they want? Liberians will need to start thinking. We don't have our hands on the facts yet, but wait, something will cook. You hear something? They see B Mountain people. The president say he in collaboration with B Mountain. B Mountain, the president get on there. He travel the country, he can bring chicken cheese. Nothing he can bring. So that local partner the man get. The man B Mountain see the man vulnerable. Say okay, they may have to bring nothing for himself. So let me run on the man and get sufficient mineral development agreement in the country and sit down and make billions. The man grabbing, getting one private jet, don't pull him, go for ya, right? Fire not can fire that president for the country. Inside a B airplane in can get them. Fire building B airable mansion. Fire building mansion inside Foya. Now who building the mansion for Fala? Now B Mountain. Now who give it the airplane to Fala? Now B Mountain. Now who want open the stadium for Fala? This is it. This is so embarrassing. That's why the code of conduct war against gift. And what you can receive, what you can receive. This is a clever and silent way of selling the country. This is bad. The president can be involved with it. The president should stop. Without anything, the president go Bon Country. The president say, MNG go say, there will be modern economy in Bon Country. All celebrate. All the Bon Country people celebrate. Say, yeah, our young people, our children coming get skill. Myself, I say, yeah, I'll send my son the economy and stop. We finish with that one year with John. Because MNG go be taking our mineral now. So we won't benefit. President John, President come to Sona. They may forget about MNG go when we talk. Then President say, B Mountain say, I'm working with B Mountain. Me and B Mountain will work together. We'll build 2 modern economy in the country. Monserrado and Bon County. So that means Bon County will get 2 modern economy now. B Mountain will build 1, MNG go build 1. Then MNG go build 1 year. Can you get one kind of boss? No. You ever not see Asilometer take development project from inside Nimba, Bong, and Basso and carry to different countries? They can do it. So how you taking our goal here? Then you won't base it on. So we not get children here too that need to be developed. We not agree. I saw Boto Kane and other people writing. But let's see how far it goes. Let them will cause inconsistency, inaccuracies. Good morning. Good morning. I have to drop you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
God bless you. I'm Pastor Koba, come from Barnesville precisely.
Pastor Koba, thank you. Pastor Koba, our country is in a terrible state. I mean, this is bad. I don't know what you other God people you all see about this, but I don't know.
I said earlier, right now, Labra is in a state of decline and deception. But the fact that the sonar gives us a bad impression, we don't expect the pastors to go with the spirit of the statement. Sorry for the choice of words to keep lying to the Labrador people. Those statistics in my own mind, 30% they are very sick. Deception and lies. How you feeling? School children in that kind of number. I ain't bound to the government school push. They don't have a feeding program. They want to ban you, they don't have a feeding program. So why should we lying to that? And as much as we are in an age of information and technology, people speak everywhere by internet services. So you, as a president, those statistics are very unrealistic. And I pray that Labrador needs spiritual overhauling. Mm-hmm. Because first man in the state cannot be sitting as the total promotion of the Bible reference, John 10:10, the thief come to steal, kill, and destroy. I think what they are doing, we need to pray for this country very much and make sure that the president changes his mind and do what is right. God bless you. Thank you for the freedom family. God bless you.
Thank you very much. They have stolen too much. They have stolen from this country. The country is bleeding. The president finally admits on the 4-year project, we got to go back to the 4-year project. We're going to have another long series on the 4-year project. Where do we find the money? Where is the president taking the money from? This is extremely incriminating. The president has incriminated himself and the government at large. The president says in the SONA that the 4-year project is 100% owned and funded by the government of Liberia, contrasting previous positions and statement by himself. So now, accepting the reality, the president, or in the budget, there is nowhere in the budget we found any money for a 4-year project. You say that honest man, you're bringing you. You say the man can touch you. The man can steal. The man that, oh man, what do you got to do with money? The man, we get a small country, together 2 years time, right? The magnitude of stealings in the country is extremely overwhelming, historically overwhelming. Landmark. This degree of stealing, state thievery, in 2 years' time has never happened, right? The degree at which Labrador is being looted, if it continue up to 6 years, the whole country will finish. We'll have to start all over again. You build a $10 million project in the country. Legislators don't know about it. It's not in the budget. Nobody know. Nothing. You lala around, you pay around, you say that MRU. You jump from there, you say that SOE is funding it. You jump from there, you come back, you say that this. Then you come, they say, what does that make the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Information to you? A big lying ministry. A big headable lying ministry. And PR will stand himself there and be talking loosely and disrespectfully to decent Liberians. Look at you. How do you feel? Several times you've spoken about this thing. Several times you've spoken about this 4-year project, and all has proven to be lie. The president say you blatant lie. All of you that lie. The president can lie. The minister can lie. The deputy minister can lie. The small monitoring can lie. The supporters can lie. The Katumu Baka can lie. Everybody can lie. La, government. Let's hear you, my brother.
Hey man, Abu, how you doing? This is Joseph calling from New York.
Go ahead, Joseph.
Look, man, I'm telling you, I don't understand how the people can lie like this. But anyway, it's not a surprise. That man lie coming to power. He lied on everything. Today, the medical supply that he said were coming from the U.S. have not reached. The yellow machine, that gentleman agreement. Why you lie like that? You lie, you come to power, you lie on everything. Which one of the Liberia, he's talking about with the 70,000 employment. What kind of thing you doing so, man?
28,000 farmers. Giving support to 28,000 farmers.
Wow.
You feeding over 20, how many thousand students?
Farmers. Can you give those names? Can you publish those names so journalists can be able to find out? The schools that you talk about, can you give those names and location so that the journalists will go there and find out? Come on, man. You can't lie like this, man. You lie on every little thing that you do. Come on, man. This is a Liberia, but anyway.
But it's damaging the country image, though. I mean, this is embarrassing. The world is listening to us. I mean, this is unfair. It's unfair to the vote of those Liberians who believe in you, Mr. President, and stood in the line in the ring and voted for you.
Yeah, the old papa just come here and just lie on every little thing. Today he said this one. Anyway, but the man suffering from dementia. Nothing that correct. 11 times you lie. Now you got the level of authority to lead the Liberian people. You lie on everything. The car you lie, you say you will ride wheelbarrow. Today you ride $1 million car.
US and this is what's killing. I mean, this is the height of disappointment. You know how many sound, educated, responsible, professional people trusted you and stood in the line and argued for you and spoke about you, and they can't look at naked. I mean, just these kinds of things, man. Right? So you think when you can't stand up, you say the president you admit for your project is fully is 100% owned and funded by the Liberian government. No procurement, no budgetary allotment. So how did the Liberian government start that construction? Is that the way? So the people who believe in Boubacar and said Boubacar was an honest man, you're going to run the country correct. Is that the way you're supposed to do it? Is this not a clear-cut incrimination? Is this not stealing? Will anybody be wrong to say that the government stole? That the president stood up before us and admitted that he endorsed the stealing of $10 million through a fraudulent means to construct a presidential villa for himself? Because all the lies about MRU, everything over now. This is where we are, folks. Look. How do you feel? Forget about the arguments about this, but second thing, how do you feel? Was this actually your expectation? Let's say good morning.
This is Gotham and I call from Gono Street.
Go ahead.
Abu, to be very frank with you and other Liberians listening, I never trusted that anything good was going to come up
Let me recap the figures again, because we have 3 minutes and we'll be going. Let me recap the figures. This is extremely embarrassing and disgraceful. There's no way you can justify or defend these inaccuracies because they are. So part of the president says $1 billion Liberian dollar cash transfer given to 15,000 households in Liberia. Your horsepower, so that you're receiving $1 billion from the country money. You're not talking. The same economy that paid $1 billion to help people in the country, that the same economy, blind people were protesting for help and welfare. That the same economy, crippled people were protesting. That the same economy, the national amputee football team is passing in the street with plastic bag, begging for people to put $5, $10 in the plastic. That the same economy, the president gave $1 billion Liberian dollar. Where? Who are those? You tell us. 239,000 students benefited from school feeding programs, according to the president. Where are the schools? Also, the principals have been eating the children food, right? 239,000 schools across Liberia, and nobody will know. Nobody will know. Nobody child will come from school, from someone at corner, someone at village, to say, oh, mama, they can go to our school every day. 239,000 students in the country. The president said he getting food. Where? Where are the schools? Right here say 124,000 villages in Liberia. God's screen line. 124,000 villages. Where are the villages? In Grand Bassa, Nimba. Right? Grand Bassa, Nimba, and where? Bon counties. 124,000. 124,000, 1,000, 2,000, all the way to 124,000 villages in Liberia. The president said, "You not put screen like that. You not put screen like." What? 198,000. The president said 198,000 people were making fun in the country. He gave money to all of them to be able to produce more food. 198,000. I come in here. The president said he created 70,000 jobs for the young people. And all your children, all you say you're looking for a job for. The president said he provided 70,000 jobs. Where are the jobs? Anyway, we still have rescue multi-banks. You can go ahead and defend, but these are the records. The public, the public have it. We'll come back. We'll continue from page 7 to go down, right? Tomorrow. And of course, again, highlight some of the takeaways from the president's speech, because the public debate has to continue. And of course, we have to look around and assess the variety of some of those claims. What did Nimba County Representative Tah Wongbe say about the president's Sona the moment he left from there? Tah Wongbe said the president made a lot of claims in his Sona speech today that are factually untrue. The speechwriter lied in the speech and implicated the president. So the president is small boy, that mumu. Mumu. The 100 school, they promised, they said they were going to break ground for in October. The president was shamed. He couldn't even talk about it. He lied to the train about being 100 new schools. The president was shamed, disgraced, embarrassed. He lied all over. Lied. Katumu lied, says he gave him scholarship to 2,000 from poor suffering families. Poor suffering. Look at the blind people crying for food, livelihood. On the Sona, Liberian parents fighting for food who will placard the video all over in that same country. The president say 70,000 jobs. Where? Your chairman, your party chairman took partisan. They hungry. All their faces will tell the United Party beginning pressure. See their faces. They ving now come all in their faces for hunger. They say, Mr. Brown, we're looking for a job. We'll suffer too much. The other men from Nimba in fire. the other pastor in the church, the pastor fire. Say, you sit on there, we're coming for you. Then you sit and pray. 70,000 job where? Gotta go, man. Leadership is a duty. Leadership is sacred. Leadership must be treated with complete care and respect. Because look, when God gave you the opportunity to be a leader for his people, the hopes of the people are on you. Their trust. Faith is even strengthened by responsible leadership. For people to continuously believe that there is God and they can go to worship God every day. When you have a decent government in place that gives the people hope, then their God business can be there small. But when you have a lying government, or lying and stealing and killing and raping and sodomizing, right? And beating people, tear gassing small children, right? Blah, blah, and last say you feed the student and you now the tear gas you'll get the children, you say you're feeding them. No government and tear gas student equal to Joseph Boaga government. From UL to MCC, MCSS, right? D12, or GW Gibson, the number of tear gas you not get the children. So you confuse tear gas for food, say feeding. I gotta go, man. My name is Abu. Until we see you tomorrow, do have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
They are freedom fighter. You freedom fighter, you raping our women. They are freedom fighter. Freedom fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighter. Freedom fighter, you destroying our country. They are freedom fighter. Ayo.